Toyota has built one of the strongest reputations in the automotive world. For decades, the brand has been associated with reliability, long-term durability, and vehicles that easily cross 200,000 miles with proper maintenance. But even manufacturers known for dependability occasionally release models that struggle to meet those expectations. In recent years, Toyota has been rolling out new engines, new transmissions, and updated platforms across many of its vehicles. While innovation can improve performance and efficiency, it can also introduce unexpected reliability problems, especially in the early years of new designs. According to reliability data from sources like consumer reports, owner complaint databases, RepairPal ownership reports, and industry studies such as iSeeCars vehicle longevity research, some of Toyota's newest models are showing concerning trends. Issues ranging from turbocharged engine complications to transmission failures and electronic system problems are appearing earlier than many buyers expect. That does not mean these vehicles are necessarily terrible, but the data suggests that some newer Toyotas may not live up to the bulletproof reputation that older models built over decades. So, in this video, we are taking a close look at 6 of the newest Toyota models, with some of the lowest reliability scores based on current owner reports and industry data. Before we begin, if you enjoy practical car buying advice and reliability breakdowns like this, consider subscribing to the channel for more automotive guides and long-term ownership insights. We spend a great deal of time compiling accurate data for these videos, and we would really appreciate it if you subscribed. Now let's go from bottom to top. Number 6, 2023 to present. The Toyota bZ4X. It is Toyota's first modern mass-market fully electric SUV. This compact electric crossover represents a major shift for Toyota as the company moves toward electrification. However, despite the brand's strong reputation for building durable vehicles, the bZ4X has had a rocky start. Early reliability data and owner reports show the bZ4X has struggled with a number of quality and reliability concerns since launch. One of the most widely reported issues was a serious safety recall shortly after release. Wheel hub bolts could loosen during driving, and in extreme cases, a wheel could detach from the vehicle. Toyota temporarily halted production and issued a recall affecting the earliest units sold. Beyond that initial recall, owners reported problems with charging performance, software glitches, and inconsistent range in real-world conditions. Consumer Reports' early reliability assessments placed the bZ4X well below the typical scores seen in Toyota's traditional gasoline vehicles. That is unusual for the brand. Another concern is the vehicle's charging capability. Compared to many competing electric crossovers, the bZ4X has relatively slow DC fast charging speeds, particularly on the all-wheel drive versions. Owners in colder climates reported significantly slower charging sessions, which can make long-distance travel more difficult than expected. The electric drivetrain itself is generally simple and should theoretically require less maintenance than a traditional gasoline engine. However, the combination of new software systems, new battery management technology, and Toyota's limited experience with modern EV platforms means this vehicle is still in an early development phase. For used car buyers looking at the bZ4X in the future, the biggest question will be long-term battery durability and software reliability. Electric vehicles rely heavily on electronic control systems, and early glitches can sometimes signal ongoing software refinement issues. That does not mean the bZ4X is destined to be unreliable long-term, but based on the available data so far, it represents one of Toyota's least proven new vehicles. Buyers interested in Toyota's first modern electric SUV may want to monitor reliability reports carefully as the platform matures. Coming in at number 5 is the redesigned Toyota Tundra, 2022 to present. The full-size pickup truck marked one of the biggest changes Toyota had made to its truck lineup in years. When the new generation arrived for the 2022 model year, Toyota replaced the long-running V8 engine with a completely new twin turbocharged V6 platform paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission. On paper, the new Tundra looked like a major upgrade. It offered more power, improved towing capability, and modern technology inside the cabin. However, early reliability data has been noticeably weaker than what buyers typically expect from Toyota. According to Consumer Reports owner surveys, the 2022 and 2023 Tundra received below-average reliability scores compared with other trucks from the same model year. This is a significant shift for a brand that normally dominates reliability rankings. Part of the problem appears to be related to the extensive redesign. Whenever a vehicle moves to an entirely new platform with new engines and electronics, early production models often experience more issues while manufacturers work through real-world feedback. The Tundra has already seen several recalls and technical issues since the redesign. In fact, the early models accumulated numerous recall campaigns, including problems related to engine components and electronic systems. Some vehicles equipped with the twin-turbo V6 were even involved in an engine recall connected to potential manufacturing debris that could damage internal engine components. Beyond engine concerns, owners have also reported common trouble spots involving in-car electronics and infotainment systems, which are increasingly complex in modern trucks. These issues may not always leave drivers stranded, but they can be frustrating for owners expecting Toyota-level reliability. Another factor is simply the complexity of modern trucks. The new Tundra introduced more advanced driver assistance features, digital displays, hybrid powertrain options, and a much more sophisticated suspension system. All of these upgrades improve performance and comfort, but they also introduce more potential points of failure compared with the older, simpler V8 platform. For buyers considering a used example of the newest generation Tundra, the key takeaway is patience. First-year redesigns often take a few years to fully mature, and reliability scores frequently improve as manufacturers refine production. That does not mean the new Tundra is a bad truck. In fact, many owners report excellent performance and capability, but based on the available reliability data so far, it has not yet matched the legendary durability of the previous generation. If long-term reliability is your top priority, it may be worth watching how the newer model years perform as Toyota continues refining this platform. Number 4. The 2024 to present Toyota Tacoma is a fully redesigned model. For decades, the Tacoma has been one of the most trusted mid-sized trucks on the road, known for its durability, strong resale value, and the ability to survive hundreds of thousands of miles with proper maintenance. However, the newest generation has raised some concerns among reliability analysts. The 2024 redesign introduced a completely new platform, a new turbocharged 4-cylinder engine lineup, and a new 8-speed automatic transmission. While these upgrades improved power and efficiency, major redesigns often carry higher risk when it comes to reliability. According to Consumer Reports reliability surveys and industry reliability rankings, the Tacoma has recently received below-average reliability predictions compared with other vehicles in its class. In fact, reliability concerns with models like the Tacoma, along with the Tundra and the BZ4X, have been cited as factors affecting Toyota's overall reliability ratings in recent surveys. Part of the concern comes from early mechanical and production issues. Some Tacoma models have already been involved in recall campaigns related to drivetrain components. Certain 2025 four-wheel drive Tacoma trucks were recalled due to potential defects in the front driveshaft joints, which could deform or break and affect steering control. Beyond recalls, the redesign also introduced a much more complex powertrain setup. The new turbocharged engine produces significantly more torque than the older naturally aspirated V6, but turbo engines operate under higher pressure and heat. Over time, that can mean more potential wear points compared with the simpler engines used in earlier Tacoma generations. Owners have also reported occasional transmission behavior issues and drivability quirks, including surging or jerky shifts in some cases. While these complaints are not universal, they are notable for a truck that historically had one of the best reliability reputations in its class. For used truck buyers, the main takeaway is that this Tacoma generation is still very new. Toyota has a long track record of improving reliability as models mature, but the first few production years of a major redesign often reveal problems that engineers later refine. That does not mean the Tacoma is suddenly unreliable across the board. In fact, the truck still holds a strong reputation for durability in older generations. But based on early reliability data and recall activity, the newest version is not yet proving itself to be as bulletproof as the Tacoma models that built Toyota's legendary reputation. If you are considering one of these new Tacomas, it may be wise to keep an eye on long-term reliability reports as more owners accumulate miles on this latest generation. Number 3. The 2023 to present Toyota Sequoia. The completely redesigned Sequoia is a full-size, truck-based SUV. It returned for the 2023 model year after more than a decade without a full redesign, and Toyota made some major changes when the new generation arrived. The most significant change was under the hood. Toyota eliminated the old naturally aspirated V6 engine and replaced it with the new iForce Max hybrid powertrain. This setup combines a twin turbocharged 3.4-liter V6 with an electric motor and battery system, paired to a 10-speed automatic transmission. The system produces impressive power and torque, but it also introduces a much more complicated drivetrain than the older Sequoia ever had. Whenever a vehicle combines turbocharging, hybrid technology, and a new transmission design, the number of potential failure points increases compared with the simpler powertrains of the past. According to early reliability predictions from Consumer Reports, the redesigned Sequoia received below-average predicted reliability compared with other large SUVs in its segment. This is unusual for Toyota, particularly for a vehicle that historically had a strong reputation for durability. Part of the concern comes from the fact that the Sequoia shares much of its mechanical hardware with the newest Toyota Tundra, including the same twin-turbo hybrid drivetrain. As mentioned earlier, the new Tundra platform has already experienced several recalls and early reliability complaints related to engines, electronics, and drivetrain components. Owners have reported issues ranging from infotainment glitches and sensor malfunctions to occasional drivetrain concerns. While many of these problems are relatively minor, they still represent a noticeable change from the older Sequoia models that were known for simple, long-lasting mechanical designs. Another factor affecting long-term reliability is the increased complexity of modern luxury SUVs. The new Sequoia includes advanced driver assistance systems, large digital displays, adaptive suspension components, and hybrid battery systems. All of these features improve comfort and capability, but they also introduce more electronic components that can eventually require repair. For buyers considering this vehicle used in the future, the biggest question will be how the hybrid twin-turbo powertrain holds up after 100,000 miles or more. Toyota has a strong track record with hybrid systems overall, but combining that technology with turbocharging and heavy truck use is still relatively new territory. The new Sequoia offers impressive performance and modern technology, but based on early reliability predictions and the complexity of its new drivetrain, it currently ranks among the newest Toyota models that buyers should research carefully before committing to long-term ownership. If you are enjoying the content so far, consider subscribing. We spend a great deal of time compiling all this for you, and it means a lot to us. Comment your pick from the recent years. Now to number 2. Number 2 is the Toyota Corolla Cross 2023 to present. At number 2 is the Toyota Corolla Cross. This compact crossover was introduced as a practical, affordable SUV positioned between the Corolla sedan and the larger RAV4. On paper, it looks like a safe choice. It carries the trusted Corolla name, offers good fuel economy, and is designed for buyers who want simple transportation with a slightly higher driving position. However, early reliability data has not been as strong as many buyers expected from a vehicle with the Corolla badge. According to Consumer Reports reliability predictions and early owner survey data, the Corolla Cross has received below-average reliability ratings compared with other compact SUVs in the segment. This is notable because the traditional Corolla sedan typically ranks near the top of reliability charts. One of the most common complaints from owners involves the vehicle's continuously variable transmission, or CVT. While continuously variable transmissions are designed to improve fuel economy and deliver smooth acceleration, some drivers have reported hesitation, rough engagement, and delayed throttle response when accelerating from a stop. These behaviors can make the vehicle feel sluggish or unpredictable in everyday driving. There have also been recurring complaints related to the vehicle's electronic systems. Owners have reported glitches involving the infotainment system, driver assistance features, and dashboard warning lights. While these issues are not usually catastrophic, they can still require dealer visits and software updates. Electronics problems often mean extra time in the shop and inconvenience for owners. Another factor that affects the Corolla Cross is its relatively new platform configuration. Although it shares components with the Corolla sedan, the crossover body style introduces additional weight and different drivetrain loads. That can sometimes expose weaknesses in components that were originally engineered for lighter vehicles. The hybrid version of the Corolla Cross has also received mixed owner feedback. While the hybrid system improves fuel economy significantly, some drivers have noted unusual engine noise and vibration when the gasoline engine activates to assist the electric motor. Hybrid behavior and NVH, noise, vibration, and harshness are things to check during a test drive. For used car buyers, the Corolla Cross is not necessarily a vehicle to avoid completely. It still offers practical transportation, solid fuel efficiency, and Toyota's strong dealer network for maintenance and support. However, based on current reliability data and early owner reports, it has not yet achieved the same bulletproof reputation as the traditional Corolla. Buyers interested in this compact SUV should pay close attention to maintenance records, software updates, and transmission performance before making a purchase. Number 1, the 2024 to present Toyota Grand Highlander. The Grand Highlander is a 3-row midsize SUV introduced for the 2024 model year as a larger, more family-oriented version of the standard Highlander. Toyota designed it to compete with a Kia Telluride, Hyundai Palisade, and Honda Pilot, offering more interior space and improved third-row seating. While the concept has been widely praised, the vehicle has already experienced reliability concerns early in its life cycle. According to reliability predictions from Consumer Reports, the Grand Highlander currently carries below-average reliability expectations compared with other vehicles in its category. This is partly because the vehicle uses several new mechanical components that have not yet built a long reliability history. One of the most notable early issues involved a major recall affecting thousands of vehicles. Toyota temporarily halted production and issued a recall after discovering that a driver's side curtain airbag could deploy improperly when the window was open, creating a potential safety risk during certain crash scenarios. Recalls like this are not uncommon in newly launched vehicles, but they still raise concerns for early buyers. Another factor influencing reliability expectations is the Grand Highlander's new hybrid powertrain options. The vehicle offers the Hybrid Max system, which combines a turbocharged 4-cylinder engine with electric motors to produce significantly more power than Toyota's traditional hybrid setups. While this system delivers strong performance and impressive fuel efficiency for a large SUV, it also adds complexity compared with the simpler hybrid systems Toyota has used for years. Owners have also reported occasional software glitches within the infotainment system and driver assistance features. Modern SUVs rely heavily on electronic control systems, and when a vehicle is built on a brand new platform, these systems sometimes require updates and refinement after the first year of production. For buyers considering the Grand Highlander, the biggest question will be long-term durability. Toyota's reputation suggests that the vehicle may improve as production continues and early issues are addressed, but the current reliability predictions indicate that it is still an unproven platform. For families shopping for a large Toyota SUV, the Grand Highlander may still be appealing due to its size, comfort, and efficiency. But if long-term reliability is your top priority, it may be worth waiting to see how this model performs after several years on the road. Toyota still builds some of the most reliable vehicles in the industry, but even trusted brands can release models that take time to prove themselves. Always research reliability data, check recalls, and review owner reports before buying any vehicle. Subscribe for more automotive reliability breakdowns, and thanks for watching.